everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about something that is, by my point of view, more important than love, and that is acceptance. It's something that we have all been longing for, I think, our entire life, and we just don't know how to pinpoint it. And often acceptance we call love by mistake, because love can be pretty much anything. You can say that you love porridge in the morning, but that's not really love, right? Ever since I was a child, I started longing for two things, for love and acceptance. And very early I started to understand that there is no real love without acceptance. Let me just go deeper into this. Unfortunately, there is no real definition of love. If you Google love, this is what you get. Love encompasses a range of strong and positive emotional and mental states, from the most sublime virtue or good habit to the deepest interpersonal affection, to the simplest pleasures as well. An example of this range of meanings is the love of a mother differs from the love of a spouse, which differs from the love of the food. Most commonly, love refers to a feeling of strong attraction and emotional attachment. So love may mean so many different larger things, like devouring larger quantities of food because you love them, or maybe men. It is an individual thing that has different meanings to all of us, and here is where the problem starts. My dad thought that love towards his children mean getting them enough food, and that we all have TVs in our bedrooms. I'm not even joking. Like, I had a TV in my room when I was like 7, and it was my dad's way of saying I love you. My fiance's mom was obsessed with him finishing college, so she would invest everything in it. It was a way for her to say that I care. So we take all these bits and pieces from our parents and other things that we collect through our life, and we start calling them love. Most of that is not love at all, but some strange deranged way people around us try to love us. The biggest problem starts when you start dating someone with a huge trauma around love. Also, if you even start approaching them with a sentence like, I need your love, they would be like, what? I'm already giving you love. They'd be like perplexed, because in their world, that is exactly what they're giving you, right? Here is where I stopped talking to my partners about love, and I started talking about specific things. I started talking about specific emotions within the spectrum of love, and that proved to be like a so much better solution than actually talking about love. Because love can mean buying a TV to a 6-year-old, right? I started thinking about what I really desire in life, well, all of my life, and I have come up with the word acceptance. I have felt like a black sheep of my family ever since I can remember, and everything about me was different than my parents. Like, the older I got, the worse it was. I'm like an explorer type of the person, and I was always traveling the roads less traveled. So, you know, like sticking my nose where I shouldn't, asking all the hard questions. I understand sometimes I'm a pain in the butt, but honestly I think that is my life purpose. Like, to shake up my and other people's lives and worlds, just to make them question. Is that really it? Is that all you want from your life? Is that all you're gonna agree to settle on? Or does your soul want something more? And I seriously think that's the main reason why I was born into this reality and into my family, to just simple unfuck them up. However, even the black sheep of the family needs to be accepted. Even the black sheep needs to find its flock. Even she wants to hear like, oh, you're black, we're white, but all grand, you know, we're gonna love you the way you are. There is absolutely no end to the scenarios you can make up in your head about the life you may want to be leading or leading. But you may ask yourself, why is this scenario not a reality? You can find a number of reasons. You're thinking all this because you think that life you want to live is not even an option. Let me just stop here and allow you to digest this once more, because you think that the life you want to lead is not even an option. So you may ask yourself, when did this happen exactly? When did I decide that my dream and my dream life is not even an option? And I can't really know when it happened to you, but I can tell you one thing, the reason that it happened. It happened because your family, your friends, the society or whoever said it wasn't an option. But I'm telling you now that it is. You can have everything you want with changing only one thing in your life. Seek for acceptance rather than love. Seek for the people that are first gonna accept you and then love you. It's not an easy road though, because most of the people we meet in our lives have tough time with accepting themselves, and the first path in order to accept someone else is to first to accept yourself. And if you can't accept yourself, obviously you're not going to be able to accept other people very good, especially the ones that are so different to you. If you find people that are not very good with accepting you, it's going to be really hard to build your own acceptance of yourself, because they're going to make it so hard that you're going to spend a lot of energy and time questioning whether the ways that you're doing things are good. And you know, the chances are you're going to fail at accepting yourself and become a bitter person, or you're going to end up leaving them. And in order to kind of shortcut that thing, it's better to seek for people from a specific groups where you are going to be accepted. For example, if you're polyamorous, you shouldn't be engaging in love relationships with monogamous people, because there are chances that you are going to be hurt or not accepted there. If you are into, I don't know, metal music, you're not going to look for musicians in pop music to play with you. You are going to look for your own flock. You're going to look for the places where you're going to feel accepted. I know a lot of guys, for example, like gaming guys that are really good with video games, and they have found the girlfriends that hate video games. And of course, they always have to hide these parts and they feel like really bad about it. And is this really the life you want to live? For me, love is first acceptance. If someone cannot accept me, there is a big chance that things are not going to work between us. Acceptance is love. And if there is no acceptance, there is no real possibility of love. If you look at the children, sometimes for a child it's more important that a mother accepts him than that it backs him up. Like sometimes if you're going to open up to your parents and say, I'm gay, sometimes you want to hear like, we love you, son, because of it. You don't want them to follow you on the, I don't know, pride or whatever. You just want to hear that you are loved and accepted the way you are. I could talk about acceptance for another couple of days. I have rarely felt accepted in the world, so it was really hard for me to find people that would accept me. But even with these, you know, like the more weird traits you have, for example, if you're listening to metal and then you're polyamorous and you're filling all these different buckets, you're like a specific person, which is great. It means that you know who you are, and obviously you don't have to hang out with people that are the same, but you're becoming a specific taste. And you're one of those foods that not everyone is gonna like, but the ones that like it, they're gonna love it. And there's nothing wrong with that. So be that perfect, specific type of food. Not everybody's cup of tea, but if someone really, really likes you, they're gonna love you forever. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you don't mind the lawnmower sound, because it's really sunny here in Ireland and I think everybody's outside doing something. So there is no chance for me to find a silent moment today. And if you like this video, if you like my channel, please do subscribe, and I hope to see you again. Bye!